Have you ever felt like your problems are writing your story? Like every challenge, every setback is shaping who you are and where you're headed? It's easy to believe that the weight of your struggles is too much to overcome. Bills, bad news, heartbreak, they can make your future look bleak. Sometimes, it feels like the world is closing in, and hope is slipping away. These moments weigh us down, convincing us that struggle is the end of our story. The burdens can feel endless, and the pain can seem permanent. But your trials do not determine your destiny. The hardships you face are not the final word on your life. Your problems are not the authors of your life. God is. He is the one who shapes your story, even when you can't see the ending. He holds the pen and has already written a plan for you, filled with hope. His vision for your life is greater than any obstacle you face. The pressure you feel is just a sentence in a much bigger story. Every chapter has its challenges, but it also has its victories. It's not the conclusion, just a part of the journey. Every step, even the hard ones, is leading you somewhere meaningful. Think of your problems like a storm, loud, real, but temporary. Storms may rage, but they always pass. The sun always waits behind the clouds. Light is never far away, even when you can't see it. God's purpose is the constant light, even when you can't see it. His love is unwavering, guiding you through the darkest nights. Your destiny isn't defined by the storms of life, but by the unchanging love of your Creator. His strength is your anchor. He has a purpose for you that's stronger than any storm. No matter how fierce the winds, you are never alone. Your story is in His hands. Each day is a new page, and He is writing something beautiful. Don't let today's weather convince you it's the end. The rain may fall, but it will not last forever. The storm will pass, and the sky will clear. Brighter days are ahead, even if you can't see them yet. Trust that your future is bigger than your current struggle. There is more to your story than this moment. God's plan is always at work, even in the darkest moments. Even when you feel lost, He is guiding you forward. Your destiny is secure, no matter what you face. Nothing can take away the future He has promised you. Remember, your story is still being written. The best chapters are yet to come, and your destiny is in the hands of the one who loves you most. There's a promise in Jeremiah 29:11, a message that has echoed through generations, offering comfort and hope to countless hearts. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. These words are more than just ink on a page. They are a declaration from God Himself. God's plans aren't vague or uncertain, they are intentional, carefully crafted with your well-being in mind. These words were first spoken to people in exile, far from home, feeling lost and forgotten in a strange land. God told them, I see you. I have not forgotten you. This is not your final destination. Even in their darkest moments, God's voice broke through the silence. That same promise is for you, right now, wherever you find yourself, whether in joy or in struggle. God's plan is never to harm you, even when life hurts or the path ahead seems unclear. He's a loving Father, always working for your good, even when you can't see the outcome yet. The pressures of life, the noise of the world, and the weight of your worries can't stop His plan from unfolding. His outcome for you, hope and a future, something beautiful, even if you can't see it. Yet, God's road may have twists and hills, unexpected turns and valleys, but it always leads somewhere good, somewhere filled with purpose. Even in hardship, your destination is hope. Every step forward is a step closer to the future He's promised. Hold on to this promise like a lifeline. Let it steady you when the waves of doubt and fear rise. When doubt crashes in, remember, God has good plans for you, plans that reach beyond your current pain or confusion. Your pain is not the end of your story. Every tear, every setback is seen and known by Him. God's intention is always for your good, to lift you up and carry you through. Trust that His promise is personal and true. It's not just for others, it's for you, right where you are. Let it anchor you in every storm. You are not forgotten, not for a moment. Your future is secure in His hands, held with care and love beyond measure. Cling to hope. God's promise stands, unwavering and true, lighting your way forward. Life can feel like a pressure cooker. Work, family, finances all building up, sometimes all at once. The demands never seem to stop, and it's easy to feel like you're barely keeping your head above water. Every day brings new challenges, and the weight of responsibility can feel overwhelming. Maybe you're facing a crisis that drains your energy and hope, or you're simply exhausted from the constant pressure. You might wonder if things will ever get better, or if you'll ever catch a break. These pressures are real, but they don't define your future. They are not the end of your story, even if it feels that way right now. Imagine a potter shaping clay. Pressure isn't to destroy, but to create something beautiful. The process may look messy, but it's purposeful. The clay doesn't understand, but the potter sees the finished masterpiece. The vision is clear in the potter's mind, even when the clay feels the strain. In the same way, God uses pressure to shape you for purpose. Every challenge is a tool in his hands, molding you with intention and care. Or think of a seed buried in darkness, under pressure. It's hidden away, unseen, and pressed by the weight of the earth. That pressure causes it to break open and grow. Without the darkness and the weight, the seed would never reach its potential. Without it, the seed would never become a tree. Growth requires struggle, and transformation comes through adversity. Your struggles can be the start of your growth. Every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. The pressure isn't the end, it's the beginning of transformation. Just as a butterfly emerges from the struggle of the chrysalis, you are being prepared for something new. When life turns up the heat, remember, God is at work, refining you like gold in the fire, making you stronger and more resilient. He's the master potter, the gardener of your soul, tending to you with patience and wisdom. The heat you feel is not abandonment, it's preparation. It's the necessary process that brings out your true strength and character. Trust his hands even when you feel the pressure. You are not alone in this journey. Growth often comes from the hardest places. The most beautiful stories are born from struggle and perseverance. Your story is being shaped for something greater. Every chapter, even the difficult ones, has a purpose. The pressure is temporary. God's purpose is eternal. What you're facing now is only a season, not your whole story. Let him turn your struggle into strength, and trust that you're being prepared for a future filled with hope and possibility. The Bible is full of people protected by God's purpose, like John, the disciple Jesus loved. John boldly shared the gospel, angering the Roman Emperor Domitian. To silence him, John was sentenced to death by boiling oil. The crowd expected a horrific end, but something miraculous happened. John was unharmed. The fire and oil couldn't touch him. God's purpose for John wasn't finished. He still had to write the book of Revelation. The emperor's plan failed because God's plan prevailed. John's life continued because his divine assignment was incomplete. The fire couldn't finish him. God's purpose was stronger. When your purpose isn't finished, no trial can end your story. John's survival was a testimony to God's sovereignty. Your life, too, is protected by purpose. Trust that God's plan is greater than any threat. John's story reminds us, the fire of your trial doesn't have the final say. You might feel surrounded by trouble, but God's purpose shields you. Just as boiling oil couldn't harm John, your destiny is protected. You may feel the heat, but it's not meant to destroy you. In God's hands, fire purifies, not consumes. Trials burn away fear and doubt, leaving stronger faith. Which is more powerful, your problem or God's promise? God's purpose always wins. Your story isn't over until God says so. When you feel the flames, stand on his promise. The fire is a chapter, not the conclusion. God has more for you to do and become. The fire prepares you for a purpose-filled future. It cannot finish you. Your hope is secure in God's plan. Let your trial refine, not define you. The fire is temporary. God's purpose is forever. Stand firm. Your story continues. John's story isn't just ancient history. It's a living message for you. Your story is still being written by God. Maybe you're facing what feels like an ending, a closed door, a lost dream. But a closed chapter means a new one is about to begin. You were created for a purpose, designed by God. As long as your purpose is unfolding, nothing can stop you. Your value comes from your Creator, not your circumstances. Life's chapters include both joy and struggle. Even hard chapters move your story forward. The author knows the ending, and it's one of victory and hope. Don't mistake a tough chapter for the end of the book. Every challenge shapes you into a hero of faith. God isn't finished with you yet. Your best chapters are still ahead.